Shalom. Welcome to my video. Today I'm going to read Wisdom of Solomon, and I'm going to use a Bible that I learned existed from the beloved brother Manasseh Zakbar, okay, whom I listen to frequently. He had received one of these Bibles from I don't know if it's from one of the other brothers or from one of the Akwaf online or something, but he had mentioned it. He showed it as soon as during that class right then and there. I ordered it because I was looking for a Bible that has the complete. There was a complete order of the New Testament, Old Testament, and the Apocrypha, and so I bought one. So this is the KJV Cameo Reference Edition with Apocrypha. Okay, with references. That's the key. So I'm going to read the Apocrypha, but at the same time, we're going to dispel some of the nonsense that I want to call them, let's just say the colonizers, when they destroyed our nation and stole our books, and they start to rifle through our belongings and cut up our possessions and do everything that they could to make us disappear. But in the Apocrypha, in this book, I'm going to show that the Apocrypha has always belonged in the Bible, and they're going to show it via references per the different precepts that I read, as I find the references that apply to their precept. Okay. So what I'm going to do is let's get started. Shalom, welcome to my video. As I said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call hello Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Wahab Kwan Kadash. Our praises, honor, and glory and power to Yahweh, the God of our Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Bashem Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially though they who labor in the word and doctrine. Much respect to the prophets and teachers of great millstone, that we through the Spirit cling to in order to learn the new song, rightfully dividing the word to qualify to escape the day of the Lord's visitation in Babylon. Great respect to fellow believers, the Yakim and Akwath, who is the remnant of Israel, which includes 144,000 and one-third mixed multitude, promised mercy and salvation from our Lord. So I'm going to jump right into it. Okay. I'm going to start sharing. Make sure everything is right. All right. All right. Well, let's start. I'm going to start. Let me see. Or standard. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the Apocrypha, the introduction, to help support my claim. The Apocrypha is a selection of books which were published in the original 1611 King James Bible. These Apocryphal books were positioned between the Old and New Testament. It also contained maps and genealogies. The Apocrypha was part of the KJV for 274 years until being removed in 1885 AD. A portion of these books were called Deuterocanonical books by some entities such as the Catholic Church. The very people that assisted in stealing the book. Many claim the Apocrypha should never have been included in the first place, raising doubt about its validity and believing it was not the Most High inspired. For instance, a reference about magic seems inconsistent with the rest of the Bible. Tobit, chapter 6, verses 5 through 8. Now, I want to stop for a second. Tobit chapter 6, verses 5 through 8, 3 verses, and they automatically say, that seems fishy. This shouldn't be here. Okay, think about that while I go on. Others believe it is valid and that it should never have been removed, that it was considered a part of the Bible for nearly 2,000 years before it was recently removed a little more than 100 years ago. Some say it was removed because of not finding the books in the original Hebrew manuscripts. Others claim it wasn't removed by the church, but by printers to cut costs in distributing Bibles in the United States. Both sides tend to cite the same verses that warn against adding or subtracting from the Bible. Revelations 22 and 18. The word apocrypha means hidden. Fragments of Dead Sea Scrolls dating back to before 70 AD contain parts of the apocryphal books in Hebrew, including Sirach and Tobit. And that alone would debunk or right away it throws shade on what they said before about that these books weren't in these scrolls. Okay, so I mean they just start stepping on their feet right away. Keep this in mind when following apocryphal books. Martin Luther said, apocrypha, that is, books which are not regarded as equal to the Holy Scriptures, and yet are profitable and good to read. And so you're talking to a group of people that has absolutely no stake in the Bible, because the Bible was written by Israelites to Israelites for Israelites with their history and culture and their rules and laws to live by. It has nothing to do with any other nation on the earth except presenting a snapshot of what's going to befall them when the kingdom of heaven arises. So that just right there shows you the pure arrogance of so-called nations. All right, let's get to it. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to return from the grave. And see, the elect know that Yahushai, he returned from the grave. So I mean, right away, we know that, that there's what I want to say? Proof that the book is not for them, because they're supposed to be the experts, yet they have no idea of what they're talking about. Okay. Verse 2. First, we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and the little spark in the moving of a heart. And so, we are electrical. That is how we move. And the Edomites, they are going to be at the shadow. They're going to be destroyed when the kingdom arises. Precept to back it up. For as ye have drunken upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had never been. Now, who are we talking about? The heathen. They are going to drink and be as they have never been. More importantly, the Edomites. The Edomites are the only nation that is not promised redemption or forgiveness. Okay. Okay, and let me see. Ecclesiasticus. Yeah, I thought I could get it. Ecclesiasticus. Man, all right, I gotta do this the hard way. 44 and 9. Ecclesiastes 44 and 9. Okay. And some there be which have no memorial, who are perished as though they had never been, and are become as though they had never been born, and their children after them. So that's already two references. Obadiah from the Old Testament and Ecclesiastes from the New Testament. And wait, there's another. Yeah. It's going to go to Psalms 102. And 3. For my days are consumed like smoke, and my bones are burned as a hearth. And so, verse 2, so you can see, we're just barely getting started, and we already have two references from the Old Testament for Wisdom of Solomon, which is in the Apocrypha. And, oh, snap. Oh, wait a minute. All right. For the days are consumed like smoke, and my bones are burnt as hearth. All right, so let's go to the next verse. Verse 3. Which being extinguished, our bodies shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as soft air. I think I'm going to go ahead and read through, and then I'll go back and get the references. Our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as a trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. Now I want to get this. Oh, I hate this. All right, let me just go back to, what is that, 4? Let's go back to 3, because Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 1. For the ungodly said, reason with themselves, but not aright. A life is short and tedious, and the death of a man there is no remedy. neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. Verse 2, for we are born in all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostril is as smoke, and the little spark in the moving of our heart. Okay, and so we got the parts for that. Verse 3, which being extinguished, our bodies shall be returned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as soft air. Okay. Sirach 17:11, back that up. Besides this, he gave knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. Wisdom Psalm, verse 4. Our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as a trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beam of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof. It's going to be Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, 2:16. For there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever. It's lucky, for there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever. Seeing that which now is in the days to come shall all be forgotten. And how dieth the wise man as the fool? For there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever. Seeing that which is now is in the days to come shall be all forgotten, and how death dieth, and how dieth the wise man as the fool. Psalms 9:5. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything, neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Wisdom of Solomon 5. For time is a very shadow that pass away, and in there is no returning. For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. See, you can tell this is Esau, Edom, because he is not promised to come again, except if he come back, it's likely to be judged. Okay, now I need to get to back at First Chronicles 29:15. For we are strangers before thee, and sojourners, as were all our fathers. Our days on earth are as a shadow, and there is none abiding. And so, for Esau, his days will be a shadow. There is none. There is none for him. Verse 5. Verse 6. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass us by. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion. Our lot is this. And then you see Esau, he knows that this is it for him. He's not going to get any great return. He doesn't believe in reincarnation, or he knows that it doesn't matter if he believes it or not, it's not for him. So he's going to destroy the earth so that no one else can enjoy it. He's going to take it down with him. You've heard the people say that if I can't have it, you can't have it. Esau lives by those words. That's why they're destroying the earth with chemtrails and these food allergies and this, what's going on here? Ecclesiastic is I'm hitting the wrong thing. 3 and 22. Ecclesiastes 3 and 22. Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? In other words, what he's saying is, we're not going to come back again, so we might as well enjoy what we have. This is our lot. Okay? Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, not reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. And by this, we're talking about the elect, the Israelites, because look what they did. They killed the old and babies. If you ever heard of gator babies? In Florida, they used to take the babies and use them as gates to catch alligators. They didn't care that the baby was screaming. They was having a good old time. Wisdom Psalm 2:11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be worth nothing. Therefore, let's lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law and objective to our infamy, the transgressings of our education, which is pure wickedness. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calls himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. Let's see. John 7 and 7. The world cannot hate you, but it hateth me, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil. And this is Yahushua is he's saying that the world is evil. Esau hates him. Esau hates, thereby hating us. It's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Verse 15. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other men. His ways are of another fashion. Isaiah 53 and 3. See, Isaiah. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. And who are we talking about? We're talking about Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, which are the actions of the elect. You know, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. Lucky. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways, as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed. He maketh his boast that Most High is his Father. And we're going to get back that up with Jeremiah, if I can find it. Jeremiah 6:30. Probate silver men, reprobate silver shall men call him, because the Lord hath rejected him. See, the Lord has rejected this devil. He esteemed him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways, as from filthiness. He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that God is his Father. Let's get another backup. Numbers 23. Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his. Let my last end, the end to be blessed. Let my last end to be blessed, like Yahweh Hashem Shai, like the elect of Israel. And one more to back that up. Matthew 27:43. He trusted in the Most High. Let him deliver him now, if he will have him. For he said, I am the Son of the Most High. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Right. He trusted in God. Let him deliver him now, for he will have him. For he said, I am the Son of the Most High. I just wanted to go back so you can see it. All right, let's go back to next verse. Let us see if his words be true. Let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the Son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Well, let's see what's up with that. Psalms. He trusts on the Lord Yahweh that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighteth in him. But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. Yep. And he made him hope, and he's going to deliver him. Let me see what is All right, let's go back. Verse 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. And have they not been doing that to us for thousands of years? Well, hundreds of years, probably thousands. The different captivities. This is spot on. It's amazing how this stuff is there. And I want to show you because I forgot to view tab. Let us examine with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Oops, not bad. Prove his patience. And that's going to be Jeremiah 11, 19. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter, and I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name may be no more forever. And this is plainly specified in Psalms 83, when the nations made a tumult against children of Israel to enslave them, to take away their name, to do all kinds of things. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get that. Psalms 83. What is that? A song of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O power, Yahweh Shem Shai. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consult against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of, and these are everybody. Edom and the Ishmaelites, the Moab, which are Moabites, the Hagarenes, which are the Hamites, Gebal, Ammon, and Amalek, small hats, Japanese, the Philistines, Ham, and the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah. See, they all have planned, oh snap, I didn't show it. Okay, I read it, but I didn't show it. I keep messing up. And so you can see, for lo, thy enemies have made a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. Enemies, okay, they lifted up their head, and they have taken crafty counsel against the Israelites, thy people, against the hidden ones, which is the Israelites, those that they say are, and they hid us, took our culture, and they are in the Holy Land, parading around like they're us. And this is describing who are we talking about? Edom, Ishmaelite, Moab, Hagarenes, Gebel, Ammon, Amalek, Philistines, inhabitants of Tyre, also, Ashur also is joined with them. That's everyone, because of all these nations, they're the major nations on the earth, and they're all mixed. And from 18 nations came, what is it, 192 nations now? So everybody has had a part in the downfall of Jacob. And so everyone's going to pay when the Lord comes back to redeem us. Let us condone him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for the wrong witness of wickedness hath blinded them. Yeah, and the pride of Esau, Edom, has him blind. He thinks that his technology is going to save him. He thinks he's untouchable. As for the mysteries of the kingdom, it's lucky. As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned reward for blameless soul. Yeah, they don't have any connection with the Most High at all. There's no hope for them, and they know it. For the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. And so when we talk about that, the Most High made man to be immortal in his image. That means to act, to do, to be, to show the same glow, the same reverence, under the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And we know that Esau is a carnal man. He could never do that. Okay. I think all right, let's go here. Where am I going to go to? Genesis 1 and 13. And then we're backing up. For God, Yahweh Shah created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. And the evening and morning, what do I do? Genesis 1:13. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Let me see. Wisdom of Solomon 2:23. For God created man to be immortal and made him to be an image in his own eternity. Genesis 1:6. And the Most High said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. And those days are coming. Okay. When in the Lord's kingdom, Jacob is going to have dominion as it was in the days of Adam. Next verse. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death, into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. And so we know that because Eve decided to listen to the snake, okay, we definitely find death. Genesis 13. And the Lord said unto the woman, what is it that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy valley shalt thou go, and the dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. This is a future prophecy for Esau, because we're not talking about a snake with a serpent. We're talking about Esau Edom, who is the serpent. He is the snake. Okay. And I will put enmity between the woman and the man, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and shall bruise his heel. And to the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow in thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt thou bring children, and thou shalt be to thy husband, and thy desire shall be toward thy husband, and he shall rule thee. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I command thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it in all the days of thy life. And are we not eating? I mean, the Israelites, are we not eating dirt? We are cursed. You know, the curse of Adam, you can say it kind of followed us throughout the ages. We sinned and we were disobedient to the Lord. And so this is our fate, you know. This is what we have inherited, the curses from Adam from the very beginnings. You know, it's in us to go off, and we went off and we didn't pay for it. And let me see, there's something else I wanted to get. Okay, I can't find it. So let's go back. Nevertheless, through any of the devil came death into the world, and they that hold of it, of his side, do find it. What I want to see is let me see. I'm trying to find this one. Doesn't look I'm going to find it. I'm not going to give up yet. All right, let's try. All right, let me see. Oh, okay, I found it. This is it. Ecclesiastes 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So I just want to say thank you, Adam, for listening to her. So what that was, and I wanted to read chapter 2 because I do like Wisdom of Solomon. It's an awesome book. The whole book is awesome. But I wanted to show you how the so-called colonizers has misspoke. They took the book of the Apocrypha out of the Bible because it has a lot of truths and tokens that lead you straight to truth. And the more truth you get, the weaker their kingdoms get. So they took it out of the Bible. And so I hope you have some understanding from this, and I hope that you read the Apocrypha. It's got some great stories in it, of our history and our culture. Okay. So let me close that stuff. Stop screaming. Stop that. And stop sharing. So there's a lot of prophecies that are jumping off the page, jumping off the screen. So if anybody that has their eyes closed to what's going on, then the fact is, or the point is, that you weren't supposed to know what's going on. You're right in your lot. That doesn't one of the scriptures say, let the wicked be, let the wicked be wicked, let the I'm screwing it up. I should find it, but let the wicked be wicked. Let everybody be in the lot that they're in. And that's what's happening now, because you see a lot of scoffing, a lot of singlet Israelite groups are popping up and talking smack. They are talking unbelievable things against the prophets, which is a clear indication of no faith. And faith is the number one ingredient it takes for salvation. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And so you have these black consciousness people, the idolateristic, if that's a word. The idolatry of Israel is off the chain. We were thoroughly, the 2/3 is thoroughly trained and indoctrinated. This is their time. This is the time of the Gentiles being fulfilled. And in that time, the Lord is going to come and cleanse the earth. and save the children of Israel, save the elect, of which I pray that I'm counted to be worthy of being saved, being counted as one of the elect. Okay. Another said before, I'm just a sheep sharing the milk that I receive from my seniors, my elders, big brothers, from the camp of Great Millstone. I'm not a member of the camp, but I follow them and I believe that doctrine. It's hard not to believe something that you know is the truth once you hear it. It grabs you because it belongs to you. If you're not being grabbed by the truth, then oh well. So with that, I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom because Shabbat is over. And I pray that you was edified. I'm sorry for jumping around, but I'm still getting the hang of this system, even though I've been using it for quite a while. And identifying the Slocky, the correct references for the precepts from the KJV, using the Apocrypha and going back and forth from the Old and the New Testament. So I'm sure that, you got a good understanding and a good working knowledge, or familiarity with the knowledge that the Apocrypha belongs to the KJV. Okay? The precepts that I used to back up the original precepts from Wisdom of Solomon were right in the Bible, and they all match up like a glove. Esau's not that smart, as far as it comes through the scriptures. You still don't have it. So with that, I want to say Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Kwame Yahshua Allah, and Abab Abab. Until next time.